They've never even met me until today.
It was like a big event. I was like, am I in the wrong event?
Hey guys, this is Elle and Nick. Welcome back to our channel where we're all about
living life,
loving each other,
and sharing good times with you
guys.
all.
So, welcome to another episode of our Endless Love series. This is going to be episode 9.
9, yes.
9, yes. For our new subscribers, thank you so much and welcome. Feel free to watch our videos. Thank you. Welcome to the family. For our returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back, and keep liking, sharing, and subscribing if you have not yet. So today we tell you the story of our
Traditional introduction
ceremony.
Yes, this happened way back in 2019.
Yes, 2019.
Yes.
And I think you'll be the one telling most of the story because I was not there.
That was it was a bit difficult, weird. You can call it whatever you want to call it.
No, it was just unusual.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was all the way here in the US and I was in Kenya.
Yes, so this happened a couple of months after I flew back to the US, and we had to do it that way because it was part of the things that we wanted to do, and it was part of the process, and we wanted to do things properly and not skip any steps. So we had to do it that way because it's hard when you're not. This is one of the struggles of long distance relationships, okay? The other person, you're not in the same physical location, so some of the things you have to do even though the other party is not there, and this was one of them.
Yeah, so I took an opportunity that presented itself because your dad was flying in.
Yes, so
and we knew the next time the parents fly in, it will be maybe after I've come all the way to the US.
Yeah.
And it will be difficult to include our families together in a setting that's in our country. Because doing it outside the country, it doesn't really have the feel of the traditional bit of it, right?
Well, you can make it that way, but then that would mean your parents would not be there.
Yes.
Right?
That's the other bit that I also needed my parents to be present.
Yes.
Imagine having a traditional ceremony between you, the other family, and yourself.
Yeah.
How traditional is that?
So that would not work out. So
yes.
Both my parents live in the US currently, and so when we realized that Dad would be flying back to Kenya, we thought it would be the best opportunity because then that would give my dad a chance to be there and get to meet your family and, just have a traditional ceremony where the families get introduced. Because if you remember, before I traveled, they didn't know each other. They had spoken maybe a long time ago, but they really...
Not really. I don't think they ever met.
They never met in person.
Like talking, even having a discussion about anything.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so there was nothing that had happened prior to that. And we were here planning how we want to get married. So we were like, they have to meet. We have to have an introduction ceremony and just have at least something that we have brought our families together. So yeah, the opportunity presented itself and we were like, okay, I think we have to go for it. My mom also was not there because she was in the US, but shout out to my auntie who stood in place for her. On
my side, my parents were involved and I was actually at the middle of it, so we had to make plans. If you know, like an African traditional ceremony, like the Kenyan style, you have to like take gifts. You can't go empty-handed when you're introducing your family to the other family. So you have to buy flour, there are some basics that have to be present, like a whole crate of, like, I don't know how many crates of sodas. They were like is it 12, 6? I don't know. I can't remember the number that is required. So you have to have some number of crates of sodas. some farm produce, and some other basic things that are mainly for the family to consume.
Yeah,
like cooking flour, some lesos. If you know, lesos are like these traditional
like
that the women use to wrap around when they are doing their chores in the house. So and you have to also to get some things for the people who are accompanying the family, like your family, like you have your aunts and your uncles. They can't go back home empty-handed. So these are the things that the family of the boy has to come with. So you come with all those things so that you don't just step into someone's home empty-handed. I remember we spoke on the phone. Then it was just like a short-lived like duration, because we just thought about it. Why don't we just introduce ourselves so that the families know each other when we are getting married?
Yes, at this time was when our other process, the one we just talked about in our previous video, was also going on. So we were in the process of waiting for that to happen. So these things were happening simultaneously. So we knew that if that process ends and you fly in and we haven't done anything, then there won't be any time or any opportunity for us to bring our families together. And we also didn't know if we'll get another opportunity where my dad flies back, or both our families will be in the same physical location at the same time.
It's usually a bit difficult, like, to get people in one setting, especially if you have your family members in the other side of the world. To get them to be in the same setting and have an occasion, it's really hard. So this was an opportunity. So at this particular time, I had to juggle in between, because I had to make sure I buy something. So anytime that I got any free time in between the week, I would buy something and put in the car. So until we got everything that we needed, and my parents really came through for me in this, and my family, and they really helped in making sure that I got everything that I needed within the shortest time. Like it was crazy, because within like 3 days we had everything we needed, and they made calls to the uncles, so that they helped with the other things that they couldn't get locally. So, well, not really. When I say locally, it doesn't mean we got them internationally. Like local to where we were. The town. So the town, there are things you can't get like so easily. So you get them from
other towns.
From other towns. I really wished to have you with me for that introduction, because can you imagine?
Hey y'all, come look at this.
You're introducing yourself to the family, and you're not seeing the person who is making you to introduce yourself.
It was really strange, and I was talking to my dad about it, and I was like, oh, I feel bad about this because I won't be there. And my dad was like, you don't need to be there. And I was like, wait a minute, like, what do you mean? Because they said even if I was there during that occasion, that when they are talking or they're having those discussions, I'm not present in the room. I was like, okay, then it's okay. But at the same time, I'm like, I really wish I was there, because that was my event, like it was our event. But he really held it down. He took one for the team. And he really, like, it was really a great show of commitment that, he really wanted to do this, and whether I was there or not, he would still go on with it. And we were still very much together, even in the planning of everything, what he needed to do, because we're not very vast with the traditions per se, so we really relied heavily on our parents' advice, and mostly our parents kind of took over.
Well, yes, they did. Some of these events, you may plan it the way you want it to happen, and at times people also have their own like creation of what they feel it should be. Well, it's okay because it turned out okay.
It was very beautiful.
Actually, it was very beautiful. But before we get to the occasion, I remember I had to get a few friends. You see, it's an introduction. It's just a small ceremony, just for you to know. So you have to bring like a representative in the Kikuyu tradition. Me as as the guy, I'm not supposed to talk.
Yeah, you're not supposed to talk for yourself, huh?
Because they say that if you talk, you may say something that may be a mistake, and it will be difficult to forgive you. But if someone is talking on your behalf,
it will be difficult to forgive you.
Yeah, it will be difficult to forgive you.
What do you mean it will be difficult to forgive you?
For instance, as an example, if I'm supposed to greet maybe one of your elders, or maybe I'm not supposed to greet the ladies according to the tradition. Maybe I'm not supposed to greet the ladies that are present.
You mean like if there is something that you're not supposed to do and you do it, then that will be taken against you?
Yes, but if someone else was speaking on your behalf and they make a mistake, the family will not feel like you are the one who made the mistake.
Oh, okay.
So it will be the other person, not you.
Oh, okay.
So this time when you go to those, when you are attending the ceremony, you are supposed to appear like this. You have no sin. You are you are
like
perfect.
Holier than thou.
Yeah, you see yourself as very perfect.
Or at least the girl's family should see you that way on that day.
Even the girl should have someone to represent her.
Yeah.
If there's anything that needs to be said, she can't talk. So
actually, the girl doesn't even like talk, or I mean supposed to. I think lately these things have changed, but initially they were saying the girl doesn't even show up, like she not show up, but she doesn't talk, she's not there, she's not involved in the talks, she's over there like in a different place.
Yeah, so that time came and I got 2 of my friends, because the time that we planned this was really short.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of time.
And within maybe a week, I think we did this like within a week and a half or something. Was it like a week and a half or 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think we had talked about it that we would want to do it, and then by the time my dad got there is when we were deciding on the date, and he was only there for a month, so it was within a couple of weeks actually.
Yes, so getting even people, getting so many of your friends, the agreement was we will be very few.
Yes.
So that it's done very like intimately, and we move on to the next level. So I got 2 of my friends who agreed, big up to them. So this is the time of the day itself. So my sisters were present, my parents, some of my parents' friends, and my relatives from either sides. And on your side, there were a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Because remember, the dad had just come in from outside the country, and also this day was used as the day for them to meet as a family. You remember?
Yeah, most people had not seen him or said hi to him. I mean, it just worked out that on that day would also be the day that they would have met as a family to just have an occasion to welcome him or like say hi.
Yeah, so there were 2 occasions in one. So we made all the preparation, everything was okay, no one was late. I think my friends were the last to arrive though, because they didn't know where our home is. So they just used GPS, like got lost once or twice and then got home. Then we did the briefing. Now it was time to go. We were supposed to be there at 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. I remember. As I was going, I was like, I think I was chatting with you.
Yeah.
You asking me, hi, you've not reached?
Yeah, because I was on the other side of the world and it was nighttime. So they were supposed to get there at 1, which is 1 p.m. in Kenya is
1 p.m.
time?
is 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yes.
Before then, like we were chatting and, you know, they were busy because there was a lot of movement, a lot of preparation and getting everything done. So I was talking to both people at home and you at your home just to try and see what's going on and coordinate and like make sure everything's going okay. And then it was taking so long. Like I was like, I'll just go sleep for a little bit and then I will wake up at that time, like when you guys get there. So I went to sleep and then I think you guys were late.
Yeah, we were late because remember, when you are so many, there are things that in as much as you may be in the same environment at one point, for instance, we are in our home, all these people, there are other preparations, minor preparations within us, so time moves.
Yeah.
You find it's 1 hour since the time that you got into that meeting, and now time has flown.
Yeah. I slept, and then until you called me. I think you called me when you guys were on your way there. So that's when I woke up. We had arranged one of my cousins to video for us, so we were on a video call. By the time you guys were arriving, we had already started, and that's how basically I attended the event.
Personally, I didn't even know there was a live stream.
You didn't know?
I didn't know who was doing it, because I thought I would do it for you.
Oh, but you're the main person of the event.
My friend.
How can you be the one also taking live streaming?
Because it was about us, so I was like, I would do it if you don't have any other person to do it for you.
Oh, yeah. No, my cousin came through, and I felt like I saw everything. There's no part I was missing, because he would go from, as people were eating, like he would have me just go say hi to people.
Now we got there, and then there was this procedure that was agreed that we are going to use. My friend, those procedures, you'll have a plan very well laid out, then things on the ground. So we got there. There was a procedure that we as the guys were supposed to go in first. It was supposed to be so formal. Like we go in, then we have time with your parents or your dad and maybe the uncles and talk with them. Then our parents come in, because the Kikuyu tradition precedes that you as the guy should go in first, then get to know if that is the right home, or if everyone is present, or I don't know, something like that. then get out, then tell your parents tuko sawa, everything is okay. So then they come in. Because time had passed, everyone came in. That's where you see now the ladies now coming in and singing.
Oh.
This is where I'll drop the clip where the ladies are singing before they got into the gate.
And they got welcomed into our home, and they were singing and
Yes.
bringing in lots and lots of gifts.
Yeah, so it was nice. Personally, I didn't expect people to be that like those.
That many.
Like I didn't expect such a big number of people from your family like I did. So when I got there, I also got surprised. I was like, wow. I thought it was just going to be a few of us.
Yeah, it just happened that, most of the family members also were coming to say hi to Dad, and it just happened that was the day that everything happened.
Went on. Now that's where your cousin came in with the laptop and the live stream for you guys. Yes.
Yeah, so it was me and my mom and some of the family members in the US. We were all, there. And,
At 3 a.m.
It was actually like
4
4 or
a.m.
5, because
They are so sleepy.
I was so sleepy, but I was glad that I slept, then woke up, because if I hadn't, I would have been so sleepy. Yeah. So we got to see everything as they were coming in, as they were singing, as they got welcomed in. And then I think the first thing that happened was the food. People started getting food, and so during that time, like, they would just show, you know, the people as they were eating. Actually,
The
very
food was
nice.
really
Oh my God,
nice.
it was so good.
Now, on behalf of those who didn't attend,
Yeah.
the food was really nice. The meat,
Wow,
Oh my
are you
gosh.
salivating?
no, the meat was really good. The chicken, I can remember it.
Wow.
And the chapos,
Wow.
they were made with something, I don't know how they call it. And then it gets so soft and yellowish.
So shout out to my aunt for coming through with the food. Oh.
Yeah, it was so professional.
Everyone was, you know, after the event, everyone was telling me they were at the event and the food was amazing. The food. Everyone kept talking about the food, and I was like, I really missed out.
After that, we sat down with the family. Now that's usually a secret event. We had discussions.
Secret event.
Yeah, it's a secret event.
Are you calling it a secret event?
It's secret, like the details that are involved in that meeting are secret. It's like a secret service meeting.
You're so dramatic. It's a secret event.
Like CIA's meeting. When
Oh
they
my
meet,
God.
everyone else is locked out. To me, this was really new because I have never been into any of these meetings before. And
Because you don't go in if it's not yours or like a close friend or
Yes.
relatives.
and those people are speaking about things. Sometimes I was like, okay, and you can't speak. You speak through another person. Sometimes you're just silent and you're like, wow, okay, this is the way it happens. And it's yours. So anyway, the event went well.
Yeah.
It took quite some time, by the way,
Yeah.
because we have to do introductions. We have to introduce who you are, how you guys, where you guys are from, and you explain.
So
this
that
is,
part happens before you go in for the secret meeting.
no, it happens inside the secret meeting.
Oh, the introduction. So when people were eating, people didn't know each other yet? Because I think the
No.
eating part happened first, from what I remember.
We ate first,
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
then we went in. Oh yeah, we did that. We ate, then we went in for the meeting. And during that time is when now I was getting surprised at how many people have just turned up for the event. Then I realized that there was another second occasion.
You didn't know?
You guys, like, it was like a big event. I was like, am I in the wrong event? The people were so many.
No, let me tell you, like, I feel like this is what happened. Like, for us,
Because if no. Because if I knew, I could have invited more of my friends. Because I felt like I was underrepresented.
Oh, no, but okay. The reason why I think it happened that way is because between me and you, when we were talking about this, we were talking about let's have an introduction ceremony to bring our families together. But we didn't realize how many of our families are gonna show up and how big the event would be. Even me, none of my friends were there. I have a lot of cousins and a lot of family, so all of my family, most of them at least, they showed up, so shout out to them. They had a lot of fun on that day. But I didn't have any of my friends there or anything like that. So some of my friends from Kenya were texting me or like DMing me, asking me, hey, you had Aurora show and you didn't invite us. You are here and you didn't tell us. Like, how could you, you know, like they didn't understand. And I was like, no, it wasn't Aurora show. It was an introduction and I'm not in the country. And they were like, huh? So yeah, here you have it. I was not in the country at the time. So it's not like I didn't tell you guys.
Yeah, even me, my friends were like, you had this big occasion. Okay, even they didn't even know. And apart from those the two friends and anyone else who saw maybe a picture or two or something.
Oh, wow.
But apart from that, they didn't know anything happened because it was also a surprise to us, like we are saying.
Yeah, we didn't expect it to be like a big event like it.
But it was good because we ended up meeting so many people that we could have not met if we followed the plans that we had.
Yeah, that's true. So now when people, you know, people from my family, they got to meet him, the people that had not met him before. Unfortunately, people from his family didn't get to meet me, but they knew that there is this girl that you want to marry. Yeah,
Long distance relationships.
like the struggles are so real, my friends. Like
that-
if you can think of having a ceremony like this and you're not in it, it's just crazy.
Because you feel like it's virtual. Like if you've ever heard of a virtual event, like there are some events which should not be virtualized, because this is one of them. Like, you need to see that girl, you need to see the glory of the girl and the glory.
Yeah, especially for the people that came from your family, like they
people
traveled so far and wide.
There are people who have never even seen your face.
Yeah, they've never even met me until today. Yeah, but it had to happen. It was important to us because we really didn't want to go on and like get married and, you know, continue with our lives as though our families do not exist or they don't mean anything to us. Plus, having our family's blessing is very important to us. So we really wanted to do things the right way as much as we would be able to. So those are some of the sacrifices you have to make when you're in a long distance relationship. And if you're very committed, even if it's hard, you still do it, right? So I just want to give a shout out to you for holding it down.
You are giving a shout out to me?
Yes.
And I'm here?
Yeah. Yeah, you held it down for us really, really well. Like, I was like, wow, this guy, because hey, it's hard to do that even when with both of you there, but for you to do it and I wasn't there, and it still ended up being really, really good, very coordinated. Nothing went wrong, everything went fine, and after that everyone was happy and it was great. It was just really nice.
So everything went on well. We ate, we drank, and now we had to leave because
after the secret meeting, right?
Yes, after the secret meeting, now we have to leave because.
So can you tell the people what happens in the secret meeting on a general scale? Of course, people
sit on opposite sides. The different families sit on opposite sides, and the men, now I'll sit with me, my friends, the person who is representing me, and my family. And on your side, we will have your uncles, your dad, your parents. Now if you are there, you will not be there, of course.
Yeah.
Then we'll have the women, and maybe I don't know if the married, I don't know if they bring in anyone who is not married to sit in that.
I don't know.
I don't think
like
you do.
People, representatives from my family.
Yeah, they have to sit on opposite sides. Then now, even my parents have to have representatives to talk on their behalf. Even your parents too have to have representatives to talk on their behalf. They can't talk like towards each other directly. So all of us had representatives. We were like these small bosses for the few hours. You just sit down, you've given out all your memo and everything that needs to be said. All you do is supervise that the person who is talking is actually saying what they're supposed to be saying. And if they don't, you just pinch them and you tell them, no, wait, that's not what I said. Say this. Then you wait and watch for him to be given a chance and address the other party until they agree. So the representatives are the ones who actually talk. After everything is said and done, now you become a family. Once they've accepted that whatever you guys have said and they are satisfied, you greet each other, and the elders are given some good traditional drink to celebrate the evening. Then that's it. When it's done, it's done. You step out and you go home because you are visitors. Your time is done.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't remain there and hang around and start like chit-chatting with every other person.
Yeah.
Now, me as the guy, now I'm seeing, talking with other girls from your family. No, once your time is done,
it's done. You go home.
You get out.
Yeah. So for us, the most important thing was to get the family and everyone to, because they basically give you permission to get married.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the whole of this introduction thing was to make us be in the same page.
Yeah.
The two families to be in the same page.
Yeah. So they gave us the permission to get married.
Yes, and that's how it happened, and everything turned out okay. And the good thing about that is, after that, even if the pandemic happened, we actually had that occasion some months before that.
Yeah. Guys, we're not very vast with like the culture and the traditions and everything, but we really did our best, and our parents helped us to do that. And you know, as they always say, you never finish. Maybe sometime in the future we'll also have other opportunities to do other things that will have both families, everyone that's involved present, right?
Yeah, we hope to actually get them together again now with you present, so that we...
And even my mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that we have one event that will now unify us better.
And even for your family to get to meet me, some of them that have never met me before.
Because they never saw this girl. They were like, where is the girl? Where is this girl that we are?
Because did they not know that I was not going to be there?
Some of them, of course, didn't know. You can't like explain to everyone, because some of them...
Oh my God. So some of them came hoping to see me?
Some of them came through proxies. Like my uncle now brings their cousin.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, yeah, let's go. Then they're like, where's the girl?
Oh my God.
Then the girl is in the computer. Look for her in the phone.
Oh my gosh, you guys would have told them.
Anyway, there was no much time to do all this. So we are glad it went on well. Thanks to everyone that helped.
I really want to give a huge shout out to all my family members back in Kenya, because they came through and it was really nice, and everyone played a role, and they really welcomed your family very, very well, which is great, because if they didn't, then maybe your family would have been like, hey, uko, we are not very sure.
Yeah, it was good.
So I just want to say thank you to them, and also for my auntie, my mom's sister, for standing in place of my mom, and also for my cousin for representing me.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Thanks to my family, everyone who participated, my uncle, some of them from Murang'a, who helped and made the day possible.
Yeah.
Everyone. I don't know if they'll see this, but if they do, if they don't, please share with them.
Yeah. Guys, one day we were talking on this channel, and we talked about realizing that the relationship is not just about the two of you. I think the problem that we were having back then is we were still in that bubble of like, this relationship is just ours, it's just me and you.
On this tough journey that was ahead of us, and it's actually very surprising that sometimes you can actually bring your parents to your situation, and they make that situation seem so easy, and they advise you so well, until you ask yourself why you've not been bringing more of your issues to them as you go through your love and relationship.
And we talked about realizing that the relationship is not just about the two of you. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than just what you guys think is important to both of you, because on that day everyone showed up. Like, they came because of us. And some of them didn't even, they didn't know you, and some of the people from your side, they didn't know me, but they came because we want to become one. So they are really supportive, and that's really what helps you grow, because you learn things as you move along. And the more people you have wishing you God's blessings and blessing your marriage and blessing your union, those blessings, they never go in vain. So we found it very important for us to do so.
So the next episode is more of a continuation of the episode about our visa.
Yeah.
So what
happened after the visa? So we were so ready to make plans and everything, and then COVID happened.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we'll share what happened.
I think that episode is, I think I've been waiting for it.
Oh yeah?
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and please like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, and like we always say,
see you in the next one.
And
in the meantime,
share some love, life, and laughter with someone. So ulikuwa unasema nini juu ya kazi yako?
Nilikuwa nasema yeye alikuwa anatuleza.
Oh yeah.
And what?
Said I think this is a good opportunity.